Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. I thank you again for joining me. Today, I want to introduce you to some Sabbath books that I highly recommend. There's many, many out there from different Sabbath keeping churches, organizations, assemblies, and I've got four books right here that I want to, point out, and you can consider, getting them if you want. The first one here is called The Sabbath or Sunday Witch by minister named David C. Pack right here. This book right here, it's by it's from the Restored Church of God, and this book is basically free of charge, but they do accept donations. That's a good thing. You could donate whatever you $5, $10. Uh, this book deals, of course, with the Sabbath. It was published in 2003. Book is let's see, the book is 107 pages long. It talks about the Sabbath, of course. Talks about uh, why it's still in force, and Sunday's not. It talks about Saturday and Sunday, and this beginning here says most professing Christians observe Sunday, yet the Jewish people and a few others keep the seventh-day Sabbath. Was this day only for the Jews or only for ancient Israel? Does the New Testament establish Sunday as the Lord's Day, or is the Sabbath still in effect? Does it make a difference? If so, which day is the Christian Sabbath? Can it be proven? That's the question brought up, but this book, it's you can go to Restored Church of God. You can get this book free, like I said. Please donate whatever you can to the organization, and you'd be amazed what you find in here if you're just beginning to study what the Sabbath is, trying to figure out yourself if it's still in force or if it's been done away with on the cross. Now, the second book here is called The Sabbath Test, and this book doesn't say an author. It is published by the Eternal Church of God, and this book too is free. If you just donate, like I said, donate something to them, and they'd send this to you for free. The Eternal Church of God, and it was published first in 2013, revised 2016. And beginning here, it says every week, members of the Church of God Assembly on the Sabbath to honor the Creator of the universe. However, it is possible that many of God's people have lost sight of what it means to keep His Sabbath holy, as this day became a time for comfort and convenience. Is it considered a day to enjoy personal pleasures disguised as spiritual activities? Do we respect Yahweh's instructions regarding His Sabbath, or do we see the Sabbath as our day? That's the question imposed. But 135 pages, and what this book deals with it's a little controversy going on within the Sabbath movement. Apparently, some of the Sabbath keepers, after services, they go to a restaurant and want to have a get together at a restaurant. I don't know, Bob Evans or somewhere. They want to go there and eat, and they think that's not, we're not breaking the Sabbath by having somebody work for us, because like the waiter or waitress serving us, we're tipping them, but they're not our employees, so we're not breaking the law. We're not doing business. We're not doing, but you're doing business if you're exchanging money, going there and exchanging money for a service. But they try to, some are trying to sugarcoat this and say, no, it's not what you think. We're not breaking the Sabbath. And this book deals with, yes, you are breaking the Sabbath if you do it. And it's a very interesting book, and I encourage you to get it. You can get it, it's called eternalcog.org, the Eternal Church of God. Like I said, give them a donation. They send this book absolutely free upon your request. Now, the next book here, I've talked about this. Talked about this scholar and professor, the late professor, Samuel Bacchiochia. I did uh, from Sabbath to Sunday. I did a book review months back then, and recently I did one about his book, Immortality or Resurrection. And this book here is the Sabbath in the New Testament, and it's answers to questions. He talks about, is the Sabbath, was it done away in the New Testament? And he does, answers questions, but he also gives information about biblical verses that strongly imply that the Sabbath was never done away with. After Yeshua's crucifixion and resurrection, the apostles, they followed the Sabbath and the feast days. And this book was it's called Biblical Perspectives. That's what his thing was called for the book. This was copyrighted in 1985, and the fifth printing was June 2003. The book is roughly 295 pages, and on the back of it, he has some recipes for good food, good dishes, and it looks like a lot of it was Italian pastas and food, whatever. But here, I just turned here. Does not the international date line between uncertainty about which day should be observed as a seventh day? It's a question. That's one question. But he goes through a whole page or two about explaining it and throwing scriptures in there. Another question was imposed: is there any evidence of seventh day Sabbath keeping in early Christianity? And that's where he goes again. He explains it in a couple pages here. Got like 2 pages or 3 pages worth of, got 2 or 3 pages worth of the answers. And this is a book I'd recommend getting. This book. Yeah, I'd definitely, if I was you, I'd get this. And the last one is the same author, of course. Dr. Sam is what I like to refer to him as. And this is the Sabbath under Crossfire, a biblical analyst of recent Sabbath Sunday developments. I got this book roughly almost 20 years ago. But this book is copyrighted in 1998. I got, in the 4th edition was 2002, so I believe I got it 2003 or 4. And like I said, Biblical Perspectives, it's what the thing was called, his books, and this book is roughly 301 pages long. And he talks about recent developments, like what the Catholic Church was saying, the Protestants were saying about the Sabbath and things like that. And let's see. I'll try to find something here quick to read. 187. Let's see what this says. I'm just going to read it to you here. I don't know exactly. I highlighted some stuff here and a long time ago, but I'll just read what's highlighted. Contrary to what many believe, the Old Testament does not view the law as a means of gaining acceptance with Yahweh through obedience, but as a way of responding to Yahweh's gracious redemption of binding Israel to her El. The popular view that in the Old Covenant people were saved not by grace but by obeying the law ignores the fundamental biblical teaching that salvation has always been a divine gift of grace and not a human achievement. So like I said, you can go online, like the last 2 books here, you can go online, you can go on eBay or Amazon, you can get a nice used one. Usually back then these books were like, I think $25 a piece. You could I'm sure you get a nice used one a lot cheaper than that. But I just wanted to share, I got a few other Sabbath books in there, but these are the top 4 I wanted to share with you. So you can consider getting them yourself. The first 2 are, like I said, absolutely free. Just please give them a donation. They'd send the books to you. And the other 2, they cost probably $10 a piece or something. You get a deal on them. And Let me know if you've read these books, study them, have them. Let me know in the comments below. I'd appreciate hearing your feedback on them. And also, please watch my other videos. Feel free to do that. That's what they're there for. And also, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and also subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And I'm truly humbled and thankful that you guys are watching my videos. And till we meet again, friends, peace out and shalom.